my name is Marissa and I'm going to show you how to make a really simple wrap today. And here is one that I had already made. So we're going to be doing this, and we're going to be using some halo beads for IrisDuos, some IrisDuos, some of these half tilas, some 8-ohs, and I'm using 2 colors of 11-ohs, but you do not need to use 2 colors. All right. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, and I'm using since I'm not using any 15-ohs, I'm using a size 10 needle, and I am using the gray dragon thread in the size 8. So I have on about 3.5 feet of thread, and I have, again, 1 needle. You do not need, you can add a stop bead, but you don't really have to. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, just getting a little bit closer. We're going to pick up you know what, I'm actually going to start with my cut button. Well, I'm going to put my cut button. Okay, so I'm going to pick up a half tila bead, an 11-oh, and again, I'm using, for the 11-ohs that are going to go in between my tila beads, I'm using this seafoam color. For the rest of my project, I'm going to use this champagne color. You can use just 1 color, you don't have to use 2. So I'm just going to pull, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up my first little unit with the halo bead and IrisDuo. So also, it's a good idea to check your holes. So I'm going to pick up 4 more 11-ohs, my IrisDuo, and when I say IrisDuo, I mean the IrisDuo with the halo. Okay. And then, coming out of my IrisDuo and halo, I'm going to pick up 4 more 11-ohs. And then I'm going to go into, so I'm coming out of this IrisDuo. I'm going to pick up 4 more. Where's my, there we go. Sorry about that. I'm going to pick up 4 more 11-ohs. And then I'm going to go in through this tila bead. I'm going to hold everything in place. And then I'll just give this a little yank over here. I probably should have put a stop bead, but it'll be all right. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up an 11-oh, and I'm going to go back through this tila bead. And let me just get everything nice and pretty. All right. And yes, I should have put a stop bead, but I didn't. Okay. All right, so now I'm coming out of this tila bead. This is my tail thread, and I'm going to pick up a total of 5 11-ohs, and I'm going to do 2 champagne, 1 seafoam, 2 champagne, and then I'm going to get my cut button that I don't know where I left. Oh. I had it, and then now I don't have it, so. Okay. So I got my 5 seed beads on here on my needle, and then I'm going to go through this side of my cut button, and then I'm going to pick up 3 more 11-ohs to decorate the inside of my cut button. I'm going to go ahead and use my seafoam color. I'm going to go down the other hole of my cut button. And all of you who are experienced know how to put on cut buttons. So, but for those of you that don't, I apologize that I kind of had my little piece here all twisted up. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up 5 more seed beads, 2 champagne, which is, or in other words, the same sequence that I picked up here on this side. 2 champagne, 1 sea foam, and 2 champagne. And I'm going to go down this tila bead through my seafoam color 11-0 and down my other tila. I'm going to hold everything and pull, and I'm just going to pull on my tail thread as well. Okay, so this is what I have. I have my cup button on, and what I'm going to do now, and I'm not going to do this on camera, I'm just going to go through these 4 11-0s through my IrisDuos and halo bead, down these 11-0s and through everything here until I come back and meet my tail thread, and I'm going to tie a knot, and I will meet you right after I tie my knot. Okay, so I did move along on my project. I was filming, but my dogs were barking or something happened, so anyway, I got ahead, but either way, I ended coming out of these 4 11-0s. So what we're going to do now is, I want to get close, but not too close because then it's weird. Okay. So I'm coming out of these 4 beads, these 4 11-0s on the side of my IrisDuos halo, and I'm going to go through the hole that's right here. Going to go that way. And so I'm going to be coming out of my halo bead in IrisDuos over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that down this hole. I think I got everything. Yeah. Pull. Now we are in position to decorate the outside of our IrisDuos and halo beads with an 11-0, 8-0, and an 11-0. So we're going to do that on both sides. So coming out of this hole, I'm going to pick up an 11-0, 8-0, and 11-0. I'm going to go down that hole on my IrisDuos that way. I'm going to pick up the same thing, 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, and then I'm going to come out on this side. Right? Okay, let's do it. Coming out over here, 11-0, 8-0, 11-0. Go through this hole, and I'm going to pull, and I'm going to just turn my project so I can see where I'm working. Coming out of this hole here, I'm going to pick up my little grouping of 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, and I'm going to go back through this hole here. Then I'm going to go down my 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, come back through this hole of my halo, and come out of the same hole I'm coming out right now. So I'm just circling around my halo IrisDuos. So again, picking up an 11-0, 8-0, and I don't want a really skinny 8-0. Whoops. 11-0, 8-0, 11-0. Coming out of this hole, I'm going to go down that hole. Okay. And then I caught it along with the 11-0 on the other side, which is fine. Turning my bracelet. Coming out of this 8-0 before this, this 11-0 before this 8-0. That's okay because I need to go through this bead here and this one, which is my 8-0 and 11-0. Just like that. And then I'm going to go through my IrisDuos halo again. And I'm going to come out. Oh, also be sure all of your IrisDuos are facing up, the correct rounded side up. Okay, now I'm coming out of this hole over here. I'm going to pick up all of this sequence right here. So I'm going to do 4 11-0s in my champagne. a tila, a seafoam 11-0, whoops, one that wants to cooperate, another tila. I'm also going to pick up 4 more 11-0s in my champagne. My next IrisDuo halo with my IrisDuo in it, and I'm going to go through this hole like that, through this hole. So let me show you what I have. Coming out of this hole of my IrisDuo halo, I put on 4 champagne 11-0s, my tila, my seafoam, my tila, 4 more champagne 11-0s, and then my IrisDuo halo. Once I'm coming out of my IrisDuo halo, I need to pick up 4 more of my champagne 11-0s. What are you? I'm sorry, I was talking to my dog. He's right here, and I thought he was messing there with something, some of my stuff. Okay. So I picked up my champagne 11-0s here, and now we have to go back down this tila. I gotta pick up a seafoam 11-0, go down my next tila, and I'm just holding everything in before I pull. I mean, we're still going to reinforce everything, and we're still going to pull really good as we go through our beads, but I still, you know, like to pull and hold my stuff down while I pull. Okay, so I'm coming out of this tila here, and now we need to put our champagne beads on this side of this IrisDuo halo. So we need 4 champagne. And now I need to go through this hole of my halo bead in IrisDuo. And I just need to go through it and come out on the other side. And fix everything. Now, from here, once I'm coming out of this hole here, my IrisDuo here in halo, you need to sew down all of these 4 11-0s. The tila, if you have an 11-0 here, the tila, these 11-0s, through your halo bead, come out on this side, go down here through these 15-0s, through the tila, your 11-0 here, your tila, down these, and all. So what we're going to do is connect all of these seed beads that are around this halo bead in IrisDuo here, because we've added all of our beads, right? But they're not connected to each other. We need to connect everything to each other. So again, coming out of here, and I don't really want to do that on camera because I have to hold my piece, and then it gets kind of, I move out of frame and all that stuff. So again, coming out of this IrisDuo halo, go down these 4. Tila, seafoam tila, up these 4, through this halo bead in IrisDuo, down these 11-0s, this tila, 11-0 tila, these 11-0s, and then we're going to go through this 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, then these 4 11-0s, up this tila, 11-0 tila, and then hop down to the other hole of your tila, and then go through this 11-0, this tila, go up these 4 11-0s along with this grouping, go through them too, the 11-0, 8-0, 11-0, and then down these 4 champagne 11-0s, down the tila, 11-0 tila, up these 11-0s, and then down this halo bead in IrisDuo, and you're ready to do all this all over again. Okay, so I have the length that I need, and mine is long enough to wrap around my wrist twice. Okay, so now the way I'm ending it is at these tilas here I'm coming out into this hole of the tila, and I've added 26 of my 11 seed beads, and I did a mix of the sea foam and the champagne. So once I did that, and here I'm, so you can see what I did. Coming out of that hole of my tila, I added my seed beads, and now I'm going down this hole of my tila, and I'm just going to reinforce by going down this section of my project. So I'm coming out of this little 11 here in between my tilas, and I'm just going to go down that tila as well. Oh, and I'm going to make sure that I am not getting tangled. Okay. And so there's my loop, and then I'm going to just go up this tila here, that 11, and I am going to reinforce these beads. Okay, and then once I've done that, I'm just going to tie a knot, and I will have my bracelet done. So I'm just going to finish going through all of this here, and I'm almost done. Okay. All right, going down here. And I'm just going to tie a knot here. And what you can do is you can also reinforce one more time if you think you need to. And then I'm just going to go up this side of my tila. And you know what? I'm going to... You can also do a few more knots. I'm just doing one. This is for me. If I were giving this away, you know what? I'm going to do a knot here too, at the beginning of my little loop here, and then I'm just going to take my thread into a few more beads. And if you want, you can make a few more knots here too. So, you know what? I may as well just go into all of them. Why not? Okay, so I am almost done. And I left my thread burner somewhere. So let me just hope these scissors will cut. Okay, I'll burn that down in a bit. So this is my finished bracelet, and this is how long it is. And I think I have 14 of my components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13. So this is how it looks on. I'm just going to try to tie this. Yeah, I got it. So this is how mine looks on. And I think it looks really pretty. And later on I'll mess with it because I don't like for these to be like straight like that. I like for one to be a little bit more this way, like kind of like that almost. And but either way, it still looks nice. So this is this one, and this is the other one that I made. This one goes around my wrist 3 times. So I made this one, and then this one. So this was what you should have. You should have something similar to mine. Very easy wrap. You can do a lot of, you can change out beads like your 8/0s here. You can do those little tiny Miyuki teardrops. I think that would look really pretty in place of the 8/0 seed beads. You can also omit these little 11/0s here in between your tilas. You can also use just one tila, or do 2 tilas without the little 11/0 in between. You can also use a tile bead. I think that would look pretty too. So you can make some changes. You can also, you can use, if you have different colors of IrisDuos available, you can make a pretty wrap with different colors of IrisDuos. You can also just make a one strand bracelet to where it's just, see, it would just kind of look like that, just one strand. It would look really pretty. So you can do a lot with this. Here's the other one. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video very much, and please feel free to share whatever you do create on the Facebook group for beading and jewelry making. And so thank you very much for watching.